The Pathfinder panel is probably one of the most popular panels in all of Illustrator, and also one of the most misunderstood. It's because a lot of people don't know exactly what the Pathfinder panel does. So in this movie, I'm going to walk you through my Pathfinder cheat sheet to help you understand exactly what the Pathfinder panel is all about. So let's go up to the window menu and go down to find Pathfinder, and that will bring it up for you on the screen. And when you have the Pathfinder on screen, you will see that it has two rows, the first of which is called Shape Modes, and the second of which is called Pathfinders. What we're going to do is we're going to select these groups of shapes, each one that has its own unique name underneath it, and we're going to perform that Pathfinder operation on those shapes so that you can see exactly what the Pathfinder panel does to that specific piece of artwork. So in this case, let's select the first one here just by clicking and dragging across. And then let's go up here to the shape modes and let's click on Unite. You will notice when I click Unite that everything merges together. It becomes one single shape. Now let's go to minus front. When I select those shapes and click minus front, you'll see when I hover over this, it says Option click to create a compound shape and subtract from the shape area. So I could actually throw in a modifier key here, but in this case, I'm just going to click it, and basically what it's going to do is subtract the front object from the back object. So you can see there that it basically just punches a hole through the underlying object. Intersect. Let's go ahead and click that. And now you can see that basically the only thing that is left once you click intersect is whatever intersected in between those two shapes, nothing on the outside. And then finally, exclude is going to be much like minus front, only this time you're actually going to get a few of those little points on the outside because it's just going to exclude any of the overlapping areas. Basically, exclude is the opposite of intersect. Now let's talk about the Pathfinder operations. These are some of the ones that I use most often. Let's go down and choose Divide first. Now when you see Divide, it might not be apparent as to what it's actually done, but if we zoom in on this piece of artwork here, you can see that there are small lines looking as if this thing has been cut in several places. And in essence, it has been. If we double click to enter isolation mode, you can see now that I can select all of these pieces independently of each other. So I've divided, essentially, those two shapes into several shapes, and it's based on where they intersect with each other. I'll zoom back out and double-click the artboard to exit. Now let's go ahead and select Trim, and let's hit the Trim button. When I do that, you're going to notice that this basically turns it all into one shape, but trims everything around it. It's still a united shape, so I can move it, change it, do whatever I want with it, but everything is just trimmed off around the outside of it. Now let's go here and let's click on Merge. Merging is going to merge all of that together. There you see the Merge button, and so it just merges it together and now moves and acts as a single shape. If I select the Crop, it is going to basically crop everything around those edges there. So if I undo that, you can kind of see what it does. It basically acts as though this circle is a crop for that particular star. So when I hit crop, it's just going to crop it out, much the same as a photo would. Outline. If I choose outline here, it's just basically going to convert this into an outline shape. And then finally, the last one here, minus back, is going to subtract the back shape from the front shape, leaving only the points of the star. So there we go. That is a quick walkthrough of the Pathfinder cheat sheet, and as you can see, it has a lot of different possibilities and many things that can help you sort of create more complex versions of your artwork. That's one of the things that I do when I try to create artwork inside of Illustrator. I try to think in terms of simple shapes and then figure out how I can make simple shapes interact with one another through things like the Pathfinder panel and other tools like Shape Builder in order to get more complex artwork without having to do a whole lot of heavy lifting myself.